Hello, my name is Kehinde Adegoke, otherwise known as Kenny Brown. I'm a writer, or speaker, liberation, and intentional lifestyle coach, and you are welcome to Monday Motivation. On this platform, we motivate, inspire you, liberating you from just living into intentional living. And if this is your first time being on this channel, please like, subscribe, share, follow us, and also please, we would like to hear your comments on how this video has been impacting you. So what are we talking about today? So today we're talking about unpacking, and I'm just gonna start with a little story. I don't know about you, but when I travel, when I come back, it's quite difficult to arrange the stuffs in my bag or whatever I have taken to the holiday house. So recently I went to London with the family. It was quite exciting how I was putting everything that we needed, everything that the kids needed in the bag, trying not to forget anything that I would not be able to buy, or try to be prudent by taking everything that we can take and then only buy the necessary things. So having been on this journey, we enjoyed ourselves. We went in, we visited places, we were able to do all of that and also leave our quota by trying to impact any life that we came across. It was quite interesting. It was a very, very interesting journey. But immediately we got back from our traveling, it was such a struggle to unpack the bag, because it's quite easier when you're trying to put your clothing in the bag and then everything is sitting on well, because you have an expectation of where you are going, about how the holiday is going to be, what you're going to do, how everything is going to look like. But once you get back, it feels like you're so done with anything that has to do with that holiday. It's been fulfilled already. Why do I need to stress myself all over it again? So unpacking could be really difficult, could be challenging, because you feel that there is so much effort to be done with unpacking rather than receiving or trying to arrange or having to be filled up. Why do you feel that? Because you feel that whatever that you've put in that box has been used already. So what needs to be done is fulfilled its purpose, is fulfilled its time, and now we need to wash those clothes. Especially if you're not able to wash those clothes at your holiday house. If you're able to, because I was opportune, I could find someone who was so nice that I was able to do all the washing. So it was quite easy for me when I got back home. The problem is, how do I put those clothes back in their rightful places? It's quite difficult here. So many times when we've been able to accumulate things, when we've been able to learn new things, when we've been able to have new trade or have fresh insight of a particular thing, it is quite difficult for us to unlearn those things. It is very difficult for us to either sharpen those things that we've been able to take in or take them away, trash them. You need to start seeing yourself as a vessel. And with a vessel, a lot of pouring in has to be done and pouring out. So which means that you're not supposed to be there. You're not just supposed to be filled continually without doing anything. Even if you have a water in a vessel for a long period of time, it begins to change color. There is discoloration that would happen to it. It's going to lose its taste. It won't be as fresh as just being poured into the vessel. But once that is poured out, you're giving it out. As much as you're receiving, you're giving it out. Then you remain fresh. Then you begin to wash, purge your vessel so that your vessel can be able to accommodate newness. Once you've been able to unpack those knowledge that you've consumed in the time past, you're able to look back into them. Are they still relevant to the season? Even if they are relevant to the season, what am I supposed to do with them? Now, do I expand my knowledge deeper about this? Or was this thing that I know all my life, has it been a lie? For every one of us who has been to children class, they often tell us that Adam and Eve ate apple. For a long time when I was growing up, I found it difficult to eat apple because I don't want to sin against God. It turns out that I wasn't perfect even at the time, even when I was trying not to eat the apple, until I began to grow and began to read the scriptures myself. I began to see the truth of God, and I understand that people also have their interpretation to what they have seen or what they have heard, but my own interpretations stick to me, which is really important. You need to unpack, you need to unlearn those things that you've learned that is placing a limitation or an embargo upon your life, because you are meant for greater things. So you need to look into yourself. Where do I need to fine-tune myself? What do I need to do to increase my knowledge? What do I need to do to increase my sales? What do I need to do to begin to function in that place of purpose that I've been called into? What do I need to do to be able to align with the will of God for my life? What do I need to do to become unstoppable? And that is the reason why you need to unpack. Because when you unpack after traveling, you have an empty box. And that empty box will be stored somewhere, which means something. This is not placing a limitation or saying that you have to be stored away or be put in a place, but it means that there is always a place for separation whereby you can be cleansed, you can be renewed, you can be filled. You're getting yourself ready for the work ahead. So just like when you go for seminars, when you attend some conferences, some master classes, it is not immediately that you start putting all those things into practice. There might not be an opportunity for you to be able to do that, but you begin to sharpen yourself in those areas, and when the time comes, they will bring you as a vessel, and then you will put everything that has been given to you. You can then pour into it and then be able to fulfill your purpose. And then when you've done that again, there is going to be some fresh insight that is going to come to you afresh regarding that particular thing, and you're thinking, yeah, I think that was a level 1 that I was before. Now I am going up to level 2 or maybe level 3. So you need to unpack those things that you've learned in the past. But before you unpack, take your time, sit down, look at it critically. What do I need? Does this one needs to be thrown away? Is it not applicable to me anymore? Or do I need to learn more about it? Or this particular thing, is it still in my favor? Do I just need to go on an upgrade? So it is important for us to unpack everything that does not serve us anymore. It could even be some certain relationships. They do not fit that purpose. It does not mean that that person is bad or something has to happen to that person, or we have to paint the person black because they do not fit into our purpose. No, it is a time for you to know that there is time for everyone in your life. Those people can still be your best friend. Those people can still be your close relations. They can still be everything, but you need to understand what everyone's role is in your life, and if it's in alignment with your purpose. You don't want to have an extra baggage that has nothing to do with you or to the place where you are going. It is so irrelevant. Just like when I was traveling to London, I knew we were going to spend 5 days there. I actually took clothes for 10 days and it was quite heavy. Trust me. When I got back, I asked myself a question. Why did I have to do that? That says that I'm a mother. And a mother is someone that is always prepared, because I do not want to be caught unaware. What I'm trying to pass across is that we have to be very careful about the baggages we carry. They could hold us back, they could slow us down, but you need to unpack those things and have a quality amount of what you need for the journey. Listen, you may have been doing it one way before. One way may have worked for you in the last 5 years, but looking at it now, will it still work for you in the next 5 years? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. The road that I'm plying right now, how far can it take me? How long is it gonna be? What is the state of things right now? What was it before, and where am I going? Those are the questions that you need to start asking yourself. It is time for you to sit back, just reflect on everything, on your journey, on your path. Just review it and see, am I still on the right path, or have I been distracted on that part? So it is quite important for us to unpack some things, unlearn some things, and then begin to learn some things. Trust me, some antiques are better than new ideas, but you need to sharpen it so that it can uphold its relevance even in times like this. So till I see you again next week, don't forget to unpack those things that are unnecessary for your journey, for you as a person, or that could deter your growth in the place of purpose and in the place of relationship with God. So remain blessed, and I will see you again next week. Bye now.